is up? Welcome to today's video. It is Danny here. Today I decided I want to talk about gimbals. So I got the Zhiyun Crane 2 with me today and a Zhiyun Crane V2. And I want to give you a breakdown of who, in my opinion, needs a gimbal, if a gimbal is needed for travel videos. I'm going to tell you the story of creating over 100 videos with a gimbal. Let me tell you one thing, and they definitely can level up your work and your video quality, but also some people really don't need that. We're going to talk about that at the end of the video. I'm going to review that, tell you my favorite shots, and give you a summary of whether or not you need a gimbal to create good videos. Let's get into it.
Still I try to catch it, yeah, I don't even know if I will. But I can't.
Extremely stable footage, that's what you can get with the gimbal. And just a few years ago you needed to carry around huge rigs, very expensive. In the last 1 or 2 years they started to come up with the smaller gimbals that are more affordable, easier to carry. First of all, what are my favorite shots? I would say one of my favorites is the pan-up shot with the joystick while you're walking in front. You're revealing the subject, you're maybe revealing a huge building. Love it. Another one would be just a follow shot. You have a person and you follow it with the camera. You have the gimbal shot on lock mode, so the camera doesn't move to the left, doesn't move to the right, and you can actually follow a person. I love that. Another one would be the pull-out shot. So basically you have a subject and you're pulling out, revealing the subject, revealing the scenery that you're at right now. And obviously what a lot of people are starting to use it as well are hyperlapses. So you have again the gimbal on lock mode, you keep walking for like maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, you put some stabilizer and post-production on it, and then you have a smooth and nice hyperlapse really created easily. Those are the shots that I do all the time. And the last one, just kind of like a thing that you can do, is when there is a wall, you know, and you have a subject walking, you can follow the subject again in lock mode. When the subject disappears behind the wall, you can do like a fast forward, like a time ramp, and get into the next scene. And let's get back to the moment when I got my gimbal. It was Australia, it was kind of like February. It was a thing at the end. I paid $300 for the Zhiyun Crane V2. I got it in an eBay auction in Australia. I guess not a lot of people there are into eBay auctions, so I got it really cheap. And when I first received it, not many people were talking about gimbals. I looked up on YouTube, there were a few videos, but really not as it is right now. Right now they're up and coming, and you see so many people using them, and the video quality of so many people just going up and up. Out with fuck. Oh shit. Guys, my freaking notes just dropped. God damn it. Alright, I got a few scripts for videos here, don't want to miss anything. Almost drowned, almost doesn't count. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that has been pretty much how my gimbal story started out. And I remember first time really taking it out to create a new video. It was in Sydney. First time out of the box. I had a few ideas on what I want to do. I looked at the footage that I created that day and I was blown away. I was like, this is the next level, this is the new world. And I haven't seen that many people using gimbals yet, especially not for travel, because back in the day it used to be such huge rigs. And now I carry my gimbal in a backpack together with my little drone, together with 1 or 2 lenses. It's easy, it's amazing, but now let's get into the pros and cons. So let me tell you like that. I had the Zhiyun Crane V2 for like 10 months. I had the Zhiyun Crane 2, much bigger setup for the bigger camera. And I had this one, I believe now, like for 3 or 4 months. I've also been using the Dji Ronin S a few times. I looked at it, I really liked it. If I would right now buy a new gimbal, I might look into Dji Ronin S, just because you can use at this, you can look at the screen better while filming. This is a big plus for me. So let me give you the pros and the cons, because there are definitely for some people a gimbal is not as useful as for others. Number one is you get stable footage, and you get it pretty easily. The gimbals do most of the work for you. The only thing you need is the initial setup. You stabilize your camera on the 3 axes and you're ready to go. It looks very professional and it's not that super expensive. What I mean by that, $500, $700, $800 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but to get a really good new lens, that's what's gonna cost you, like a really good Canon lens or a really good Sigma lens. Get a new camera body, like a really good camera, $2,000, $3,000. First, if you really want to get into that professional looking footage, get a stabilizer for sure. If you want to do cinematic videos, if you want to do super smooth B-rolls, do it 100%. But now the contra. A lot of people on YouTube, they just want to add a little bit of quality without a lot of effort. And a gimbal can help you do that while filming, but in post-production it's usually a lot more work. You walk around, you have tons and tons of footages. When I film with my gimbal, usually I have 3 or 4 times the amount of film because I just let it running. I have a lot of different sequences, a lot of different shots. Usually they all look great, so in the end I have to decide what I want to use. So it's more work when editing. And let me tell you one thing, if you are a vlogger, if it's more about documenting your daily life and less about creating a super cinematic moment that captures the attentions because of that and not necessarily just because of the story and the content and of the things that you're saying, then I would say a gimbal actually might hold you back in a way. It's gonna be more work in post-production. You're gonna have to carry it around all the time. And I have to be super honest with you. Sometimes I felt like the gimbal, and to get the best gimbal shot and all the pan up and the follows and the hyperlapses, sometimes really holding me back to actually tell the story and create a cool moment. And therefore, if you're just a vlogger and you think, hey, like my footage is a little shaky, but the truth is that if you're just gonna be vlogging yourself with a stabilizer like that in your arm, it's not only gonna be heavy, but when you're gonna be moving, it's gonna be looking a little bit robotic. A lot of people are complaining about. I don't really mind it, but it has a robotic look to it. You can do some adjustments, so it's not like super jerky when you move it around. I've seen some people vlogging on it and it looks weird. I don't really like it. It doesn't look really natural, and I think sometimes if it's not super shaky, the shakiness gives a little bit of realness to it, which most people enjoy, which most people are used to it. So the conclusion is, a gimbal is the best way to level up your work if you want to have professional looking footage, if you want to create great B-rolls and create really cinematic moment. It's pretty easy, and for relatively a low amount of money, you can level up your video work instantly. That's a thing that you have to keep in mind. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Can you consider getting a gimbal for your videos if you are doing any, if you're new here on the channel? My name is Danny. For the past year I've been documenting my travel journey, so I just document my life, and those are the topics that I'm into. If that sounds interesting, check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the thumbs up button. You know how it goes on YouTube, and we're gonna see each other in the next one. You got a roll to see. What is up? Welcome to today's video. It is Danny, and today I'm going to talk to you about crane.
What cranes?
What cranes? That's good. Are we there?
What cranes?
What is up?